Yes. Hi guys, it's me Jay, and today we're going to do a Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War video. Hi guys, it's me Jay, and today we're going to do a Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. So today we're going to be doing Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Takedowns Part 3. Let me change the title real quick. Launch my game. So, let me change the title to Part 3 because I posted Part 2 yesterday or today. So, yeah. Alright guys, if you accidentally see a video in the background, I'm gonna go ahead and play a video real quick. I'm gonna mute my microphone.
Grammarly is an easy-to-use service you add on to your browser extension with a few clicks, and boom, Grammarly starts working as soon as you start typing. You know, sometimes you have to convey your thoughts on paper. I mean, it would be useful for school extension with a few clicks, and boom. Now, since everything is online, and no matter what you're writing, you want to seem a little bit professional and be effective and concise, Clarity AI.
Oh my god, guys, there is some massive drama going down in the Fortnite community. Ninja has called out Fresh, and Fresh ended up making a response video to Ninja. And, you know, we did a collaboration with Fresh recently, and Ninja's always been my boy. People have been asking, how do I feel about this drama? What's my take on it? Guys, it's it's really not a big deal, and people are blowing it out of proportion. But there's some things to talk about. I'm going to tell you guys, you know, how I feel about it. And also, the X2 twins apparently today, like, you know, they kind of disrespect me a little bit. I'm going to talk about that too. You know, we're just trying to keep you guys entertained until the next chapter. So we'll do what we can here to keep you guys entertained. Hello. All right, I don't know what that guy was thinking. He wasn't thinking at all. Here's what went down. I was playing duos with Ninja, and he found out Fresh, you know, voted for the combat shotgun and told his viewers to vote for the combat. We all know this, you know, it's kind of old news, and he went off on Fresh. Fresh,
Fresh, if you're watching this, man, what the heck is wrong with you, bro? Let me get this straight. You're a content creator, you're a YouTuber, right? And you think that the combat shotgun is going to offer more funny clips and more funny moments than a combat shotgun? You disgust me.
He thought the Australian content creators were all about the content, and that voting for the combat is anti-content. The Boogie Bomb would have been a much better pick. You know, you guys know, you know, the reasonings and everything, and he was just going off. He was not happy about it. I'm pretty sure he was trolling and not serious. But Fresh ended up making a response video to Ninja, so he clearly heard about it, and he clarified his reasoning. And, you know, Fresh actually, you know, his video talking about the vote for the combat, he got a lot of dislikes on that video, like more than usual. There was a lot of like controversy around it, and people were saying he only voted for it because it was winning and he didn't want to be like on the losing side. And by the way, this was like a legendary chest right here, and for some reason the legendary chests only show up as normal chests now. But if you have the hearing or audio visuals on, you can actually see that's a legendary chest. People were saying that he voted for it because he just didn't want to be on the losing side. He wanted to clarify that wasn't his reasoning and that he had like a legit reason. And his reason was that like the problem with the game is like sweaty players destroying bad players. That's the main issue the game has. Speaking of sweaty players destroying bad players, I feel bad for this guy. But it had to be done. Enough! Oh my god, it's getting kind of heated. He was saying that, like, you know, Boogie Bombs is gonna allow like better players to just boogie bomb you and like troll you. At least the combat doesn't change the loot pool too much, and he says like the game's in a good spot right now. And I do agree with him about the game being in a decent spot. I do think the loot pool right now is not broken, especially in pubs and in arena. Like there's nothing like too crazy. The most valid reason for him voting the combat is that the combat is so insignificant and that no one really uses it. So it's not going to change the game, and the Boogie Bomb might change the game for the worse. So like that is the only like somewhat valid reason. But like the idea of like sweats versus, you know, casuals, in my opinion, if I'm going against Booga, or if you're going against Booga, the World Cup champion, would you rather have a combat shotgun or a Boogie Bomb? I would rather have a Boogie Bomb because the combat's not going to help you beat a pro like that. It's literally, it's not gonna help you beat a pro. Like you might end up accidentally boogie bombing yourself, but most likely you have a better chance of winning if you get a good boogie bomb on the pro player, and then all of a sudden you have a chance to maybe one pump them, you know? And if they're a pro player and they have a boogie bomb and they kill you because of the boogie bomb, they probably were gonna win regardless of you having a boogie bomb or not. So I wouldn't necessarily say that them having the boogie bomb changed the outcome of the fight. If anything, they might accidentally boogie bomb themselves. I've done that quite a few times, accidentally boogie bombing myself while I'm, you know, fighting a player who's not as good, and then I end up getting, you know, destroyed. The reasoning, like he had one good reason, which is like the boogie bomb or the combat is so insignificant, it doesn't change the loot pool. The loot pool is good right now, and things are gonna get crazy with the loot pool anyways. There's a rumor / leak that at the end of the season, or towards the end of the season, all the items that failed the vote are going to get unvaulted anyways. Like I'm assuming the 0 point is going to be unstable, and it's just going to unvault all the items that failed the vote. And if that happens, it's probably going to happen around the time that the mechs come back into the game. It's probably going to be like a super crazy end of season, you know, showdown or whatever. So we might still have boogie bombs to counter the mechs. And the truth is, the mechs, you know, they will be nerfed, and there are good counters right now to the mechs. You know, we have launch pads, we have shockwaves, we have grapplers. And we, as players, have gotten better, some of us have, or a lot of us have, since mechs were introduced in Season X. It's been a long time. It's been over 2 years. So we have gotten better, and I feel like the mechs are not going to be as dangerous. At the end of the day, it really, all this drama and like, some people took it seriously, some people didn't. It's really, a lot of it is for nothing, you know? And I'm sure most of the mature people understand that it's just us being passionate about the game, and Fresh is passionate, Ninja's passionate, we're all passionate, we all enjoy the game, or else we wouldn't really care. So we might still get some of those items, we might still get the boogie bombs. One thing I'm really looking forward to is getting my hands on the combat SMG. You know, it lost to the combat AR, but the combat SMG could potentially be the strongest SMG in the game. It has a higher DPS than the rapid fire. So I'm excited just to try that out. I feel like that's going to be a really fun SMG. It's probably only going to be in the game for a little bit. That's probably better that way because it's going to be ridiculous. And there is going to be a vote as well on the proximity versus flintlock. Here's the thing I want to say. I don't think Fresh telling people to vote for the combat made the combat win. I think it made it win faster, but I think the combat was going to win anyways. I think the younger audience specifically will always vote for a weapon over a item. The weapon just kind of is more interesting to them. It has they might want to try out a different shotgun as opposed to just using an item, right? And they don't realize that combat is nerfed and it's not what it once was, and it's not going to be that interesting, and no one's really using it. I rarely run into people using it, and if they are using it, usually a free elimination. So yeah, I feel like with this next vote coming up, right? You know, influencers and YouTubers, we sometimes can make a change, and we sometimes can influence like what people vote for, but there's so many millions of people who play this game who don't really watch YouTube, who don't really watch Twitch, and they don't really care what Fresh is asking them to vote for or what I'm telling them to vote for. Like, they don't really care. They're just gonna vote for whatever they want to vote for. And there's more people like that than you think that just play this game for fun, than they don't care about YouTubers, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. And the reality is that the voting videos that I make or that Fresh makes or anybody makes, it's not really going to impact the brother, put that down, the outcome of a vote. And I can probably guess right now that the vote between the proximity launcher and the flintlock, I think the proximity launcher is gonna win. And I think Fresh is gonna make a video telling people to vote for the flintlock because it is just the better option in my opinion. It's fun. It can be used close range, long range. It creates for funny moments. If you guys remember Laser Beam's tournament for his icon skin had the
This is Blankos, the free-to-play multiplayer game where you can unlock, earn, and sell NFTs in
exotic flintlock. So like, you wouldn't betray Laser Beam and vote for the proximity, but I think more kids and people who haven't played with the proximity are going to want to vote for the proximity. I'm personally going to vote for the flintlock, but I think the proximity is going to win anyways. Like no matter what anybody says, I think it's still going to win. It'll be interesting to see how that actually plays out, and if the impact of people telling their audience to vote for certain things is going to make a difference or not. I feel like it's not going to make a difference because it's like it just sounds cooler to younger kids, and it's like a rocket launcher, and it's even easier to use for younger kids than the flint is because you just kind of have to aim the general direction of your opponent. So we'll see how that plays out, and then we have the mech voting after, and the mech voting is not going to be mech versus like something else. Initially people thought it was gonna be like mech versus mythic sword, but it's actually going to be a funding for the mech because I guess we're going to use the mechs in the final fight against the queen. Same thing with the turrets. So it kind of ties to the story, and the mechs will be funded 100%. They will be funded, but since they're happening so late towards the season, and when we know the season's coming to an end in like 3 weeks, most likely we will have boogie bombs. Like I think the boogie bombs will be here when the mechs are here. All the items that failed to vote are probably just going to all get unvaulted anyways. That's my opinion on the topic. And I also mentioned the XT Twins. They made a video today rating YouTubers that they would win in a fight versus. It was me and a bunch of other YouTubers, and they said that they would beat me. Or no, they said that I would sneak around off of them. And I actually agree because they're pro players, right? They're actual pro players. I'm a content creator first, and they compete. And I've had my fair share of things to say about Oceania not being as competitive as NA East, and what is this guy doing? It's not as competitive, that's the honest truth, but they're still pro players. They've still done amazing things, and they would definitely beat me. But they said that McCreamy would beat me, and I don't know about that. McCreamy is cracked. Don't get it twisted. McCreamy is cracked, but I feel like people don't realize that I can try hard a lot more than I do. Even though it looks like I'm tryharding a lot, I'm usually pretty chill, and I can be an ultra sweat. I don't know. I feel like we one day have to settle this, because this isn't the first time people have put McCreamy above me, or people in my video I put that I would beat McCreamy or something like that, and people said no way. And I don't know, man. I feel like people have it twisted. The problem is it's hard to 1v1 somebody who's in a different region, but one day maybe I'll go to Australia and I will 1v1 all the Australian YouTubers once and for all, so we can settle this beef. But yeah, I mean, I'm so excited for the next few days. The 16th, and literally on 2 more days, we have Naruto collab. The 16th is also the same day as my new merch apparel drop. You guys don't know, I started a company called Metal Umbrella, and we made merch and apparel based off of anime and gaming, and you guys really love the first collection, but our second collection is dropping the same day as Naruto is. I'm very excited. If you guys want to cop it, it's gonna launch Tuesday, like around noon. It'll be a very special day. Definitely tune into my Twitch stream if you want to be involved in the festivities. And after this video, go to metalumbrella.com and sign up for the mailing list. You actually can get a 10% discount code the day of launch. Super simple. It's gonna take you less than 30 seconds. And you can actually go see the next collection on the website and see how it's going to look. We have some really cool pieces. I think you guys are really going to love what we have. It's coming out on the 16th, same day as Naruto. I'm going to be live. There's going to be a Naruto video on the 16th. It's the last few weeks before next month, before it gets crazy. And it's going to get crazy, chat. It's going to get crazy. Oh, that's crazy. Hey, what's up, man? I'm right here. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and go to metalumbrella.com right now. Sign up for the mailing list before Tuesday.
Just like how you wouldn't want to go blind into a brush, you wouldn't want to go blind into a game. So let us do the face checking for you. Face check lets you actively compare stats and trends to give you that added edge against your opponents. Face Check prepares you before the game with optimal runes and build guides, scouts your teammates in-game with
Sorry guys.
Boom. Grammarly starts working as
Thing to load up. Huh? Hi. What are you doing? Playing.
Volkov heads the Russian mob that
Aren't you supposed to be getting your best friend, right?
up in 61.
I'll get him.
Conne-
You don't need to get him. No. No, I didn't say.
Neutralize
Come on, Axel.
only hurt Percy, local syndicate,
Come on, Axel.
big fish.
And here's our little fish, Franz Kraus. According to MI6, he's one of Volkov's information couriers.
Hi. Love you.
We'll infiltrate East Berlin via the U-Bahn. The ghost station on the other side of the wall has the access point we need. From there, we'll watch Kraus as he enters the city. Once Volkov shows his face, it's killer capture.
We just passed under the wall into East Berlin. Get ready.
Warum bist du traurig? Du bist schwanger. Tolle Neuigkeiten.
You deserve a better credit score.
Whoa.
Chime can help no matter where you're at.
Whoa.
Because with everyday purchases and on-time payments, things can happen a lot easier. deserve some credit.
Whoa.
Get started at Chime.com.
We must realize that no arsenal or no weapon in the arsenals of the world is so formidable as the will and moral courage of free men and women. It is a weapon our adversaries in today's world do not have. Let that be understood by those who practice terrorism and prey upon their neighbors.
Some U.S. intelligence analysts believe America is already in a state of war with the Soviet Union.
Are Soviet spies living among us?
52 American citizens have been taken hostage at the American Embassy in Tehran.
An unnamed White House official claims that a Cold War disaster could be just around the corner.
Mr. President, we have two names linked to the hostage situation. Arash Kadivar and Qasim Javadi. Just give the word.
It's time to send a message. There will be no more hostages.
You sure we can trust the police, Adler?
This guy's done more for less. He'll look the other way.
Adler?
Glad you could join us, Hans. You remember this.
We cleared a move on the target?
Qasim is in his apartment, but he's well protected. I can keep my men out of the area for 15 minutes. I hope you brought an army.
We brought it out. Pleasure doing business with you. Come on. Woods is itching for a dust-up. We don't want to let him down. We're on the clock, Woods. It's not keeping Casino waiting.
Hey, mate. The party favors are in the trunk.
Dipshit probably thinks he's safe.
That piece of trash is a lot of things. Safe ain't one of them.
Do I really need to take this son of a bitch alive, man?
Cassim has info we need. Everyone else can take a powder. Apartment's just up ahead. Hans only bought us 15 minutes. We need to hit Cassim hard and fast. Let's go. Let's help him bring in the new year. Light him up, Mason. Go, go, go! He's headed up the stairs. Hans only bought us 15 minutes. We need to hit Cassim hard and fast. Let's go. Go, go, go!
Franz only bought us 15 minutes. We need to hit Kasim hard and fast. Let's go.
Kasim's headed up the stairs. Gotcha. Find him. Give me some fucking cover. عمري كوي هاي اللعنة دي.
You're up, Mason.
Wait! I just handled the money. I have no idea where Arashi is.
I don't think you understand the situation.
Hercules, rules? You have rules.
You took hostages. The rules changed.
Wait! He's in Turkey. He's meeting someone in Trabzon airfield tomorrow night. I swear I don't know. They only communicate with coded messages.
There you go.
Thank you.
You gonna finish this, Mason?
Please.
No loose ends. We got what we came for.
I'm not scraping him off the pavement.
Hudson, Arash is in trap zone, Turkey.
Kasim is out of the picture.
How long before we get Arash?
The team arrived in Turkey a few hours ago. They should be in position shortly.
Airfield's just up ahead. Let's go find this shithead.
We've already seen how the PlayStation became the king of home consoles, but what about gaming on the go? This is the evolution of PlayStation handhelds. Unless you're from Japan or a huge PlayStation enthusiast, chances are that you've probably never even heard of the Pocket Station. It was released exclusively in Japan in January 1999 as a peripheral to the original PlayStation home console. In addition to working as a memory card, it featured a monochrome LCD screen and worked as a standalone miniature handheld gaming device. The Pocket Station was discontinued in 2002 after having sold 5 million units. Fun fact, the Pocket Station was revived in 2013 as an app for the PlayStation Vita. It allowed users to play Pocket Station mini-games of classic PlayStation games. Sony's first serious attempt at a handheld gaming console was the PlayStation Portable, or PSP for short. It was released in December 2004 in Japan and in 2005 everywhere else. The launch price in the US was $250.
Check it out.
The PSP was up against some tough opposition from the start though, as it was competing with Nintendo's very popular DS console. Nintendo had already firmly established themselves in the handheld market by this point, meaning Sony had some catching up to do. One feature that set the PSP apart was that it was the first to use the optical storage medium known as Universal Media Disc, which could store both games and movies. The PSP could connect to both the PS2 and PS3, any computer with a USB port, other PSP systems, and the internet. The advanced graphics capabilities were also what made the PSP stand out. But of course their biggest draw was the games. Some of the most popular PSP games were Ratchet & Clank, Size Matters, Gran Turismo, God of War, Chains of Olympus, and the best-selling PSP game was Grand Theft Auto: Liberty City Stories, which sold over 7.6 million copies. The PSP 2000, also known as the PSP Slim, was introduced in 2007 and was a slimmer and lighter version of the original. It was in fact 19% thinner and 33% lighter. Decreased the long loading times of the original PSP into levels from 32 to 64 megabytes. The PSP Slim had a new video output feature that allowed the PSP to play games and media on a television screen at a maximum resolution of 720p. Multiple special editions of the PSP were made for certain games, including God of War, Star Wars, Yellow Bird, Simpsons. The PSP 3000, also known as the PSP Slim and Black, came out in 2008 and revised the console's LCD screen with an increased color range. As groundbreaking as the PSP discs or UMDs were at the time, it also had long loading times. If added to the battery life, required large optical disc readers inside the PSP incredibly fragile. While Sony had the intention to make UMDs and industry standards like Blu-ray discs, this never happened. Funny enough, universal discs never became universal until they were only used in the PSP system. Sony's next major redesign of the PSP came out 1 year later in 2009 with the PSP Go. It did not require UMDs, but instead relied on premium users downloading games from the PlayStation Store. They can save on the devices 16 gigabytes of internal memory. The memory could be extended by another 22 gigabytes if the memory stayed micro. The PSP Go had a more streamlined aesthetic that could fit easier into the pocket, and its slick design slid upwards to control the controls. Despite its good points, many people like the PSP Go because it had a bad things. For instance, it's not backwards compatible with the original. Meaning if you already own the PSP Go, upgrade, you have to buy all your games again. Plus, the micro memory cards are quite expensive as well. So, even if they were paying a little bit less for games, they still ended up paying more if they needed extra space to store the devices. Besides, the PSP Go was too expensive. The PSP 3000 was $200. The PSP Go was sold at $250. For this amount of money, you can almost buy PlayStation 3 for $300. Although Sony had high hopes for the launch of the PSP Go, it became a complete failure soon after it hit the market. Sony's final noteworthy edition of the PSP came in 2011, when they released the E1000 model, also known as the PSP Street. It was basically just a budget, stripped-down version of the PSP. It had no Wi-Fi capability, no microphone, no stereo speakers. It was an okay option for casual gamers who didn't care about online play and didn't want to spend much on a handheld gaming device. During its 10-year lifetime, over 80 million PSPs were sold, making it the third best-selling handheld gaming device ever. However, it was no match for its main competitor, the Nintendo DS, which to date has sold more than 154 million handhelds, and is the most sold handheld gaming device.
All this time and you didn't even know. Precious will rock the West.
Plus, I don't want to hear about this. Let's wait the tarmac and survive this
The fuck is Perseus?
1943. Detailed information from the Manhattan Project was stolen from Los Alamos by the Russians.
Outplayed. Capture your best gaming moments. Let's say you had an
This is
awesome
Hudson.
play.
How long until we have a lead on Perseus?
They're about to get started. Adler's in West Berlin.
With
should be at
Outplayed,
the
your
safe house
plays
soon.
turn into
You
lasting
trust me?
memories. Outplayed
I'm
automatically
not the one you
saves
should
your
be
game's
asking why.
highlights,
What about
making
you,
it
Tate?
easy to relive the action.
You chased down Sims,
Share it with your
resume,
friends.
even pulled some strings
Or
to
share
get
it with
Helen
the
Park
world.
from MI6.
Outplayed.
We'll get the Mason
Download
and
it for
Wood soon.
free now.
I'm not so sure about Park.
She and Adler have that business from before. Of course he wants her there.
And the new one.
Bell?
Somebody's coming.
Don't get me
One
started.
device that deserves
That's
a
the one we
mention,
need to keep
although
our eyes
not technically a PlayStation console, is the Sony Ericsson Xperia Play.
With everything you need and the one thing you want. Xperia Play, coming soon from Sony Ericsson.
Primarily a smartphone, but capable of playing PlayStation-exclusive titles. It was actually quite similar in design to the PlayStation Go. The screen slid up to reveal the controls, and it even had the PlayStation's trademark triangle, circle, square, and cross buttons. The gaming phone was released in 2011 and operated using Android. The Play Store had a dedicated section for Xperia games, and games were played on a kind of emulator called PlayStation Mobile, which looked very similar to the PSP's user interface. Owners of the Xperia Play could enjoy many titles, such as Asphalt 6, FIFA 10, and The Sims 3. Sony's last roll of the dice in terms of handheld gaming devices came in 2011 with the PlayStation Vita. It had the same launch price as the original PSP, set at $250. The Vita featured dual analog sticks, which gamers had been begging for since the release of the PSP, and was capable of displaying impressive graphics on a 5-inch OLED screen. It also included a microphone, Wi-Fi, 3G, GPS, a motion sensor, front camera, rear-facing camera, a multi-touch screen, and a touchpad on the back of the handheld. A revised model of the Vita was released in 2013, named the PS Vita 2000 series, more commonly known as the PS Vita Slim. It was 20% thinner and 15% lighter compared to the original model. The battery life was improved and the screen was replaced with a lower-cost LCD screen. In Japan, the Slim model was released in 6 colors, while in North America and Europe it was only released in black and light blue. Games in the Vita's library included Little Big Planet, Killzone Mercenaries,
Head to the evidence board.
World of Final Fantasy,
Anything that could give us a lead on Perseus.
God of War 2, and Uncharted Golden Abyss. While the PS Vita definitely had potential and a passionate fan base, it is regarded as a commercial failure. There are a number of reasons why it failed. First of all, the PS Vita memory cards were very expensive. For example, a 16GB card cost $70, and a 32GB card even $120. The PS Vita only had 1 GB of memory, so a memory card was necessary to have for most people. Second, Sony released the PlayStation 4 a year after the launch of the Vita and basically focused all its attention on selling this console. And third, there was a lack of support from major third-party developers,
Going back to
since
Vietnam.
Vita games were substantially
First
more
time
expensive
Perseus
to make
made our radar.
compared to those late gen the Nintendo 3DS.
We were a joint CIA set.
Ultimately, Sony only sold around 15 million units of the PS Vita,
Zog
while
was there to
Nintendo
sniff
managed
out
to sell
Soviet
more than
activity.
75 million
Word
units
had
of the
it Russian
Nintendo
outfits were
3DS.
active.
Fun
Perseus
fact,
had no known
Vita
presence
means
in
life
Vietnam.
in Latin,
That
which
changed
is
it
contrary to what it did
Somehow
for PlayStation
Perseus knew about
handhelds, since
Operation
it put an
Fraction.
end to the production of PlayStation handhelds.
That one sure went
After the
sideways.
Vita was discontinued in
Launched out of
2019,
handhelds.
PlayStation confirmed that the company is
Yeah,
no
I'll
longer
never
in the
forget that
business of
shit.
making handheld consoles. If this is really the end of PlayStation handheld, we'll have to see, since there are rumors of a new handheld that could use the 5G network. Just imagine
This
playing
feels like
PlayStation
one
5
for
titles
me.
like Spider-Man, Miles Morales, with Demon Souls on the go. Would you like to see a new PlayStation handheld? Let us know in the comments. Also, make sure to subscribe for more Evolution videos like this one in the future.
That one sure went sideways. Bell, it's time to wake up. It's crank time.
Welcome to another day in the life of Camp Atkins, the oasis of the godforsaken shit. You're pretty safe. Hey, Butcher, how's the arm?
Still hurts like hell, but at least I can move it.
Hello, I need you to stay on the line.
I'm out of here.
Give it to me. Come on, hand it over.